Okay, now let us start this discussion. So today our discussion point will be stand growth. Right, we'll discuss every aspect of a stand. We'll also discuss some terminology related to the stand so that the concept should be very clear. There should be no doubt related to this term. That is very important. And then we'll discuss all this concept related to the stand growth. Is it okay? So let's start the things. So we'll starting from this the very first slide. I am already, so you are able to see the screen the forest. And first these things need to understand forest and stand, right? That is very important to understand this term, because there is always some misunderstanding between the forest and stand. So listen carefully and try to understand why we need to clear our concept here, forest and stand. Because, and you should listen carefully and note it down also, right? The forester, whatever the forester is there, forester who is going to practice silviculture, right, has to work on stand, not on the forest, right? Keep in mind and always remember these things. Is it okay? As a forester, whenever you are studying forestry as a forester, right, and as a forester you have all the information, all the knowledge of silviculture that need to be practiced. So whenever you're going to practice all this concept of silviculture, the practice has to be done on the stand, not on the forest. Is it okay? So that's why a stand is a basic interest for with respect to silviculture or the for the forester, right? So whenever you are practicing any tools and techniques of this BSc forestry course, all this has to be applicable on the stand. We are not supposed to do anything on the forest here. So these misconceptions should be clear to all of you. Again I am repeating, right, that utility of the terms forest and stand, one should understand clearly where you can use this term forest, where you can use the term stand. So there are a bit misunderstanding among all the students. This forest and stands are same. It's not, because whenever you are going to practice any kind of silvicultural tools and techniques, so you are doing on all this practice on the stand, not on the forest itself. Is it okay? And so that's why this stand is a unit which is of interest related to the silviculture. So I hope these things has been clear to all of you, forest and stand, right? This, so this concept always you need to keep in mind. That is very important concept and you should understand. So see, by understanding this forest and stand, the one advantage you get that you can apply this concept in or any subject that is in a forestry, because in the forestry there is two terms is very much familiar, whatever the subject you are studying, either the forest or the stand. So you should always understand these things. Is it okay? So before moving further, we need to discuss some terminology. As you look at that, we have a certain terminology that you need to understand, right? So most of the term is you are very familiar, you have already studied in some other subject also. So but still I have intention to make it clear. The concept should be clear to all of your mind there. Is it okay? So first, forest, as we all know that this is a vast area which is very much composed of vegetation which is dominated by this tree species, right? Or you can simply say that the forest is a plant association, right? It is a kind of plant association where the dominance of tree species is there. Is it okay? Have you get that? There is a simple concept of forest. It is a kind of plant association where the dominance of tree species has been prevailed, or any area, or you can say any uncultivated area which is composed of vegetation, but again the dominance will of tree species, right? So by understanding this definition, one thing you should understand, that this forest is a collection of stand. This forest is a collection of stand. Is it okay? So I have this term forest is clear to all of your mind. Always remember these things in your mind, then the concept will be very clear. Is it okay? Right? Then the next term we need to understand. So now try to understand this, listen carefully, and then you are able to understand that. The stand, you can say that it is an aggregation of trees, right? A stand means aggregation of trees, right? Is it okay? This is a very simple meaning of stand, but here are certain conditions that also need to be attached, then this aggregation of tree will be called as a stand. So again, I'll need to define the stand, so listen carefully again. So it would be an aggregation of trees, right, or growth occupying a specific area. Listen carefully again. An aggregation of trees or growth occupying a specific area and sufficiently uniform in species composition, size, age, arrangement, and condition. Is it okay? Listen carefully again. Why aggregate of trees will called as a stand? So because of certain characteristic has been attached to that particular group of trees or the particular aggregate of trees. So what the characteristic that need to be attached with that? That should be related to the species composition, or generally if species composition is uniform, right? Second thing, that one, their size. Third is age. Fourth is arrangement, right? So there are certain characteristics that is attached with the group of trees, so that you are able to distinguish it, right, from the other growth or adjoining area. Is it okay? That is stand. Listen carefully again. Stand means is a aggregate or the group of trees having certain specific characteristics like uniform species composition, their size, their age, arrangement. And you also add one term, condition. Condition means the external internal both condition I'm talking about, condition, so that you are able to distinguish that particular group of trees with other other growth area or other adjoining area. That is called stand. Is it okay? I hope that the thing is clear to all of you. Have you understand all of this term stand? Or is there any question from these two terms, forest and stand? Okay, fine. Now go for this stand composition, right? This stand composition, and this stand composition is totally based on the only based on the species, right? This the base for this composition, or how we can segregate or how you can understand the stand composition, is totally based on the type of species that is available there. Is it okay? Stand composition. So if you need to understand this stand composition, so there are two kind of composition will be there. It is pure or it may be mixed. Pure or mixed stand composition. Is it okay? So if you try to understand the pure means at least 80% of the tree is of a single species. As I told you, if you understand stress composition is totally based upon the species, what kind of species that is there. So if certain area, or if you say that this is a one particular stand, right, and if this stand has at least 80% of the tree are of single species, then that is called pure stand. That is called pure stand. Is it okay? That is called pure stand, right? So that is the first composition, that is pure composition is there. It means how this species has been there. So it means 80% of species is the same, right, or the single species is there. Then you have a mixed species. Obviously less than 80% of tree will be there are of single species, then that will be mixed, right? If it is more than 80%, it is a pure. If it is less than 80%, that is mixed stand. Is it okay? Have you get that up to this? I hope the concept is clear. So there is stand composition. There is two kind of composition. You will get that is pure and mixed, right? I forget to write the pure here, so that's why I'm writing here. So pure composition means 80% of this whole tree is of a single species, and mixed, if it is less than 80%, that will be mixed stand. I hope the thing is clear. Is it okay? Or is there any question up to this point? No question at all, huh? Okay, so we'll discuss the stand density. Stand density, right? Now, as you know, the density, the the stand density means the basic meaning, as you know, that number of trees per unit area, that is stand density, right? It means if you have a area, specific area x, so how many trees are there in this particular x? So number of trees in a per unit area or a specific area, that is stand density. Is it okay? And since I'm talking about this stand density, so density is also expressed in number of trees, as I told you. Is also, you can express in a basal area term, you can express in a volume or other criteria, right? But it should be and when talking about the area, so at least 1 acre area should be there. So if you're supposed to discuss density or supposed to define the density, so you can say that you need to express the density in number of trees or the basal area or volume or any other criteria. You can take that on a per acre basis. Per acre basis. Is it okay? And then you can modify the density on these three forms has been there. One is fully stocked, overstocked, and understocked stand, right? So first we need to understand what is fully stocked stand. Fully stocked stand. So what does it mean by fully stocked exchange? It means so whatever be the growing space is there. For example, this is one field we have, and for example, all this field has a growing space, right? So all the growing space is effectively occupied, right? But still, listen carefully again, all the growing space is effectively occupied, but still there are a scope for development of some more trees, that is fully stocked. Listen carefully again, right? All the growing space of a certain area is effectively occupied, but still there are certain area or still there is a scope of development of some more trees there, that is fully stocked stand. Is it okay? So that is fully stocked. Now go for this overstocked stand. So overstocked means, as the name suggests, overstocked. It means all the growing space is completely utilized. This is the term you need to understand. In fully stocked, effectively occupied. Is it okay? Overstocked, completely utilized. Is it okay? And since it is completely utilized, so what the implication will be there? So growth has to be slowed down, right? Growth has to be slowed down, and since the growth has been slowed down, so what the result will get? The result will be many trees, whatever we even if it is dominant, are going to be suppressed, right? Because it is overstocked, and you know that if it is overstocked, it means there will be more and more competition. So because of competition, the growth rate has to be slowed down, and that has been clearly shown even in the dominant species, that is overstocked. Have you get that? Is it okay? So I understand that. And then find the understocked. Again, you go for the term understocked. Means this growing space is not effectively occupied. So have you get this difference between all this? Again, I am repeating: fully stocked, effectively occupied, right? And still there is a certain space that has been remained. Overstocked, completely utilized, completely, and understocked, not effectively occupied. That is stand density. And on the basis of stand density, these three kind of things you are able to classification you are able to know. Then go for the stand form. Stand form, right? Right. So generally Generally there are two stand forms, you should know that, even age and uneven age. Generally this is two is there, right? But still I have get this by reading some more literature. There is two age stands also, we should understand there, right? Fine. So in the stand form, first we need to understand the even age stands. Most of you already studied in your silviculture, so you can easily understand that, that in which the even generally, you know that this simple concept that all the tree have almost same age, isn't it? That is even age, right? But here again we should understand one thing, if, despite you know that there is almost 7 age, but that doesn't matter that all are equal age, right? Not equal age, but small age difference, very small age difference has been existing, that is even aged. Is it okay? Listen careful again. Even aged you have already studied in silviculture, that equal age, so you are not supposed to the equal age. Rather than saying equal age, you can say that relatively small age difference between individual trees, that need to understand here in the even aged stand. Is it okay? Now if you go for the uneven age stand, right? So here just opposite of even aged, it means relatively large age difference between individual trees should be there. And if you talking about the uneven aged, right? So here you can say that at least 3 age classes are present. Is it okay? At least 3 age class has to be present in uneven aged. Fine. And relatively large age difference in even aged, a very small age difference will be there, so they are similar. Rather than saying they are equal, you can say the similar, very small difference is there. And uneven aged, large difference, and in at least 3 age classes you are able to see in this uneven age stands. Is it okay? Now go for this two age stands. As the name suggests, you can just look at it, there is two has been written over there. Two age stands means two distinct age class you are able to witness in this two age stand. Two age class. Is it okay? Two age class. I hope you have understand these two things here. Have understand this all these three terms, even aged, uneven aged, two age stand. So if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, so all of you get that. So is there any question up to this point? No question. Okay, so you have understand the stand density and stand form. Now we need to understand what is stand origin. Stand origin, right? Stand origin, right? So origin means from where the stand has been started. It means whether it is started from the seed or a sprout or sucker. Is it okay? Have you get that? Okay, how the stand has to be generated or regenerated. So it may be from the seed, or it may be from the sprout, or it may be from the sucker, or the combination of the two, right? Or the combination of the two, that need to understand here. Is it okay? Stand origin. Listen carefully how the tree has to regenerate there, either through the seed or through the sprout or through the sucker or the combination of any two. Is it okay? Second thing is that whether the stand is planted or natural, or you can say that is a man-made activity or through the nature. Is it okay? Third thing is that in the origin we need to understand whether it is virgin or the second growth. Have you get that? So three things that you need to understand the stand origin. Origin means from where the stand has been started, whether it starts from seed, sprout or sucker, or the combination of any two, or it is natural or man-made or the planted, you can say that. And the third is it is a virgin or second growth is there, that is stand origin. I hope this term is again clear to all of you. Stand origin. or is there any question? Now the final term that we need to understand is stand location. Again, it's not so difficult to understand as the name suggests. Stand location, right? Location. So here we need to understand the basically topographical position. Is it okay? Topographical position of stand, whether it is an upland or whether it is in a bottomland, that is stand location. Is it okay? So if you discuss again, I am talking about when talking about the stand, we are talking about the silvicultural practices there, right? So location should be the topographical location of the stand. It may be upland, it may be bottomland, whatever be the topographical features is that particular area. So this all about this terminology. So if anyone has any question related to any term, you can ask a question. You have 30 seconds. If any student have intention to ask any question or some terms you are unable to understand, you can ask. Okay, so there is no question from anyone, so let's move to the new slide. Right, so now we'll discuss the stand growth, right? Stand growth. So when I talk about the stand growth, so there's three things that one should understand first when I talk about the stand growth, right? Because as a forester, the basic job is to manage the forest. So for good forest management, one must know all these three things, right? What are the things? First, identifying tree species, isn't it? As a forester, you must able to identify at least some major species that is available in the stand, right? Then understand how they growth. Lots of growth factor we have discussed here, right? How they growth, it means we have to discuss everything here, biological, physical factors, right? And we have already discussed this origin, isn't it? We already discussed in the previous slide all the other stand characteristics that should understand by the forest itself. And then the how growth can be influenced, again the biological or the physical factors that also we need to understand as a forester, so that you are able to accelerate the growth pattern, right? So this is very important to understand this stand growth. First, identifying tree species, then understand how they growth, right? And how growth can be influenced. Is it okay? Right. So these things we will discuss, and nothing to discuss in identifying tree species, because you have already studied lots of things there, and you are also able to identify the most of the tree species. Generally the dominant tree species most of student of forestry are able to identify. Then understanding how they growth, right? These things also we need to understand. It means all these factors that is available on the stand or this particular growth area, right? What the factors are there that is going to help the stand to grow, right? This is a simple thing. And again, how the growth can be. So apart from those factors, what the things can be induced there, so that the growth is going to increase or decrease. Is it okay? Influence doesn't mean it is always going to increase. Some influence is there that is also going to decrease itself. So all these aspects need to understand as a forest manager. Is it okay? So as we know that identifying tree species, so first we start with this tree species. So tree description, again you all know that what is tree, and you are studied lots of things are there, but I would also like to discuss some aspect of tree, and you know that. So You can add also if you think that something what the concept I discussed with is something short, so you can add some concept there. It's not okay, right? So let me discuss with something about the tree. So as we all know that trees are made up of a root, a trunk, a stem, and a crown, isn't it? Tree is the four things that we have already seen, that we already visualized in a tree. It is a root, it has a trunk, or you say that the trunk means this. We have a root, right? There's a ground level, so below the ground level, above the ground level. Is it okay? There's two factors the tree has. So below the ground level we have a root, above. So this is trunk, or it is also called bole, or it is also called the pole, right? That is trunk. Then obviously we have a crown. Crown means all this leafy part of this tree is crown. Is it okay? So there are three things that you are able to know that is in a tree there, and you all these things, either the trunk or a stem, or you can say that the root or the crown, all has to play an important role for growth and development of tree, isn't it? For example, we have a root. Root is providing all these nutrients, right? Absorbing of water, everything is there. Then you have a crown and all this leafy part. Leafy part is responsible for this photosynthesis, and this stem. Stem is for sustainability of the structure of tree itself. So all these components are important role. As I told you, root is going to anchor the tree, isn't it? It's going to absorb the moisture, nutrient. Trunk has to support the crown. Obviously crown has been supported and also providing this. Also it is helpful for transportation of water and nutrients, and then we have all this crown part. Crown is helpful for the photosynthesis process. Is it okay? You all know that these things. Then in this tree there is hardwood. Then we also study the sapwood, isn't it? So sapwood is also called, I think, secondary xylem. No? Secondary xylem is sapwood, and the third is cambium. These are another part of tree. Hardwood, you all know that hardwood is inactive wood. Generally, it is the inactive wood, and that hardwood has no role in the production of food for the tree, isn't it? So what the purpose of this hardwood? This hardwood is only providing the strength to the tree. Is it okay? Then you have a sapwood. Obviously sapwood is made up of xylem tissue, you all know that, and since xylem tissues are involved there, so you all know that this xylem tissue is used for transportation of water and nutrients from the root to the leaves or needle in the crown, isn't it? And then cambium, again when we have discussed this rings formation, we have discussed from pith to cambium, isn't it? So cambium means what? The layer, if you talk about the biologically, or so cambium means the layer of cells where diameter growth occurs. Is it okay? The layer of the cells where diameter growth occurs, right? Then the tree has this inner bark. So inner bark, so what is inner bark? Inner bark is basically phloem. It is, isn't it? Inner bark is the consists of certain tissue that is called phloem, and phloem is used for food transportation, right? And how the food transportation has been made there, so you all know that. If we're talking about this, water nutrient is going from the base to the top, but when the food transportation is there, food transportation is in a reverse direction from the top to the bottom there. Is it okay? And another use of this inner bark is it is going to protect the tree from any injury. Any injury is there, so inner bark is going to protect that. Is it? I hope all these things that I have discussed you have already studied there. So I am just adding something with you, I hope. And I also expecting that you will also get benefited through all this aspect there. Yes or no? Right. And then we all know that when the root, stem or branches, their length or their thickness is totally depend upon the how the tree grows, As the tree grows, everything has to be changed. Their branch may be lengthy, and their root stem, everything, all the aspect is there, as the things has to be done there. And I told you how the things can be influenced. Growth is influenced, so the influence is through your silvicultural treatment, isn't it? So through this silvicultural treatments, you are able to influence the rate of all those changes, whatever the changes that has been occurred inside or outside the tree, that can be modified, that can be influenced by using all these silvicultural treatments, isn't it? And that's why for our management planning, for our the management planning of forest and implementation of silvicultural treatments, forest has to be divided into units, and that unit is called stand. That unit is called stand. Is it okay? Have you get this concept now related to the tree? So is there any question? As I understand that you have already studied this aspect, but I'm just giving a brief because that need to understand. Is there any question from anyone? Those students already heard these things. So you are free to ask a question. But question should be related to the mensuration, not to the botany. It's very. I have whatever the information I have collected it that I have already delivered to you. It is related to the botany. Okay. So no question as I see that none of you see. Then we have to describe the stand. So stand has been described on the basis of these three things, or the three concepts: age, percentage of softwood and hardwood trees, and developmental stage of the stand. Right? Developmental age of the stand, that we need to understand. So if you talk about the age, so the things I have already discussed with you. Age means it would be even age, or it may be uneven aged, isn't it? So if you talk about of the age, so even aged, as we discussed that, okay, the very small age difference will be there. So the question is that what should be the age difference that has to be considered if you're talking about the even aged. So maximum age difference should be 10 to 20 years, right? If we're talking about the even age, right? So even age, as I told you, similar age, not same age, and relatively very small age difference, so what should be the age difference? So maximum age difference will be 10 to 20 years, right? So that kind of stand is even age stand. Is it clear? Have you get that? And how this even age stand has to be established? So obviously the even age stand has to be established by either the removal of or the stand that is already there, or if the or if there is a damage by either the fire or any kind of disease or any kind of insect, if some patch of tree has been damaged and you are raising the new crop there, so that can be even age stand. I hope the thing's concept is clear, right? So that's why you always keep in mind, right? Generally this is a concept na, ki with this, if even age is there, so it's all about the same age, right? So it okay, you can also the same age is there, but this 10 to 20 year age difference is admissible, right? If this is a relatively small age difference, so that kind of stand is also called even age stand, right? Now go for this next. I have told you uneven edge stand that I discussed with you, isn't it? Uneven edge stand. So again, the things we have discussed, that uneven edge stand, at least you are able to get 3 edge classes, right? Not only this, you are also able to get the variation in heights and diameters. Is it okay? Have you get that? Fine. So if you are able to describe the stand on the basis of age, so it could be like that: even age or uneven age. Now after that, if you are going to describe the stage description on the basis of percentage of softwood and hardwood trees. So again you need to understand the concept here, because we all know that stand is composed of, or this aggregate of trees, so it may be comprised of several species in various amounts, isn't it? If it is not falling in uneven age or even age, so you need to understand it may be comprised of several species in varying amount, different amount of same species you are able to there. So that's why you are supposed to get the percentage, and on the percentage basis we are describing the stand. Is it okay whether the stand is softwood stand or whether the stand is hardwood stand? So let me give you the percentage there, right? So if you talk about the softwood stand, if you talk about the softwood stand, right, softwood, if that aggregate of trees or that combination of trees called softwood stand, so what should be the criteria? What should be the criteria? So the criteria should be 76 to 100%, 76 to 100% softwood trees should be there. Try to understand clearly. If a stand is called softwood stand, so what the parameter, what the criteria? So 76 to 100% of softwood trees should be there, right? Is it okay? At least this much of softwood species should be there in that stand, that is softwood, that is softwood, right? I hope the thing is clear to all of you. Now the next thing is that what should be the hardwood stand? Hardwood stand. So again listen carefully and try to understand. If you talk about the hardwood stand, so hardwood stand contains 25% or less softwood trees, 25% or less softwood trees, that is called hardwood stand. Is it okay? Now the another thing that we can also add is mixed wood stand. Mixed wood stand, apart from softwood and hardwood, there is another thing that we can add, mixed wood stand. Mixed wood. So what is the criteria for that, for mixed wood? So the criteria is again not so difficult. Criteria means this mixed wood stand, this mixed wood stand is going to contain 26 to 75, 26 to 75% softwood, 26 to 75% softwood, that is mixed wood stand. Is it okay? Again I am repeating, those who have missed that, listen carefully again. We can describe the stand either the softwood stand, hardwood stand, or mixed wood. Just you can note it down somewhere, I forget to write it. Mixed wood stand, mixed wood. So what are the criteria? Softwood, it means 76 to 100% softwood species is there. Hardwood, 25 less than 25% softwood is available there. And mixed 26 to 75% softwood is there. Is it okay? So we need to understand all these classification on the basis of the amount of softwood that is present in the stand. So you can describe the stand on the basis of percentage of softwood and hardwood. Is it okay? Have you got all of you? Is there any question? So if you can, and I expect that you already noted down this data also with you. Fine. Now we need to know the developmental stage of the stand. Developmental stage, right? So how the things, this developmental stage has to be understand. So this developmental stage is determined and that is based on this developmental stage. You can determine it, or this developmental stage is based on average height and age of trees within the stand. Is it okay? These things we need to understand in developmental stage. Average height and age of the trees within the stand. Is it okay? So these are the certain base on which we are able to describe the stand here. Now there are some other factors that we need to understand that is responsible for the stand growth. Right. So these are, first we discuss biological factors, then we'll discuss physical factors, as I told you in a very previous slide. So these are the biological factors that is also responsible for this stand growth. So the three things that we need to understand there: sylvics of each tree, stand features, and damage agents. I'm not going to detail in so much because we have already studied that, so let me brief you only, right? So sylviculture of each trees means what you need to understand here: reproductive capacity of tree, then shade tolerance. See, there is one important thing that you all should know and you just keep in mind, when you talking about tolerant species or non-tolerant species, the base is only shade. Is it okay? There is no other criteria has been there, or you should keep in this kind of question you are able to face in interview or in competitive exams also. If you are saying this is tolerant species, this is not tolerant species, so what the basic things that has making this kind of distinction, that is tolerant, that is not tolerant, so only the shade is the feature. Is it okay? So keep in mind always. So sylvics of each tree, so sylvics of each tree means we need to understand the reproductive capacity of the tree, then shade tolerance, then rooting capacity, then you need to understand the growth potential and resistance towards any damaging agents, that is sylvics. Then we need to stand features that I have already explained you right in the previous slides. Stand features means the density, species composition and distribution. And the damage agents, as I told you, damage and disease or any kind of insects, it can be damaged by the animals, or if damaged by the any human intervention, right? So these are the biological factors that is going to impact on the stand growth. Is it okay? I hope the concept is clear. So whenever as a forest manager you are going to formulate a plan, you should keep in these factors also in mind there. Then we need to switch over to this physical factors. Again, these factors is known to all of you, right? So climate, soil and location. So climate, you know that in basically climate, what the things we need to know. Climate means temperature, rainfall, wind, isn't it? Any kind of damaging storms, hurricanes, either a snowfall or some other kind of thing. Then we have soil again, you know, their texture, their structure, their fertility, depth, the drainage facility, right? And what kind of ground vegetation on the soil. Then the location we all know that: altitude, longitude, orientation, exposure, slope, right? So these are the physical factors that is also responsible for the stand growth. So is there any question from this physical or biological? I hope the thing is clear to all of you, as I understand. Or if you have any question, people can ask. Is there any question up to this point? See, let me brief what I have discussed with you. So I have started with this the term forest and stand. One should understand the difference between both and what is the importance of a stand that I have discussed. Then I have discussed certain terminology. Then I discussed the stand growth factors, isn't it? What the things a forester should know while understanding this stand growth factors. Then I discuss all these other factors, biological and physical factors also. So up to this point, if any question, if you people have, you can ask first. Then we'll discuss something more here. Right? Because now I have intention to conclude the session. Otherwise, the concept becomes something difficult to understand also, isn't it? So I have intention to conclude the session here now. In the next session, I'll finish this. What I'm saying, this other concept related to the stand growth, right? So if you people have any kind of question, any kind of doubt up to this point, you can ask, right? So let me open the very first slide. Right, I have started with this stand growth. I have give you the brief review of stand growth. I have discussed in this forest and stand. I will make you understand why we need to know what is forest, what is stand, and what is the importance of stand here. Then we have discussed several terminology related to the stand. Then all the stand density concept has been discussed, stand form has been discussed. Then I have also discussed stand growth. So what are the factor that a forester should know when you need to understand the stand growth. Then I have discussed some features of tree. Then stand description has been discussed on this three basis: age, percentage of software and hardwood, then developmental stage of the stand. And then I have discussed this biological factors and physical factors. So these are the certain topics that I have discussed with all of you. So if is there any question, you people can ask. Is there any question from anyone? I assume none of you are going to ask any question.